Today, we're diving into some of the best Easter eggs hidden inside Pokémon cards. Whether you're a casual collector or a Poké Pro, you might not know about some of these Easter eggs. So, let's jump right in.
Whee!
Now let's start off small. The first Easter egg I want to talk about is a modern card, and it's the Charmander from 151. Now this common card has something in the background that a lot of people tend to miss. But if you take a closer look at the shadow on the grass, it's the shadow of a Charizard. So this cute little Charmander is looking at the Charizard flying above, while the rest of the grass sets on fire. This next Easter egg comes in two parts. First up, we have this Doduo rushing around delivering the mail. And in this second card, we see the Doduo sat down with the delivery truck in the background. And look at the truck's logo, it's the Doduo delivering the mail, just like we saw in the previous artwork. Now both of these cards come from XY Breakthrough and are both illustrated by Naoki Saito. And this was an Easter egg I only found out about recently, and I'm sure there are more artworks like this hidden away in other sets. Next up we have this Elglim card, and this one is more of a throwback than anything else. But does that rooftop spire in the background town look familiar? That's because it's also the rooftop that the Abra sits on from the original Team Rocket set. This was an Easter egg 19 years in the making, and I love that Sumiyoshi Kazuki made this throwback. Now onto another Easter egg that we've had to wait over 21 years to get. Let's first take a look at the Gloom from Aquapolis. Now you're probably thinking, what's so special about this Gloom asleep on a branch? Well, in Crown Zenith, the illustrator Kyoko Umimoto decided it was time Gloom woke up from its slumber, by falling out of the very same tree. Not the most comfortable way to wake up from a nap. Moving on to these Raichu and Sawaddle cards. Now if you pay attention to the artwork in both cards, you will see in the background of the Raichu card is Sawaddle, and in the background of the Sawaddle card is Raichu's tail, which pokes out from behind the rock, which gives us both perspectives of these Pokemon. Now the interesting thing for me is that these cards are illustrated by two different artists. Akira Komiyama made the Sawaddle, and Mitsuhiro Arita drew Raichu. And then another fun fact is these cards both released in different sets in English, with Raichu coming from Evolving Skies and Sawaddle coming from Fusion Strike, but in Japanese they both released in the same set, Eevee Heroes. Now this next one is probably my favourite Easter egg in a Pokemon card. It's the Chatot illustration rare from Temporal Forces. This Chatot may just seem cute and chilling on the washing line, but if you look carefully these are actually sitting on a music sheet. And we don't just get one sound from this. The top sheet makes Chatots cry from the games, and the bottom line plays the Pokemon Center jingle when you heal your Pokemon. I think this is an incredible Easter egg to put into a Pokemon card. This Easter egg is another one split across two cards, and these two never made their way to English either. Let's start by looking at this Larvitar. Now the artwork is pretty straightforward and you can see the Pikachu shadow and ear poking out from behind the bush. But if we look at Pikachu's card, the Pikachu is actually breaking the fourth wall in the artwork and telling the viewer to keep quiet and not tell Larvitar about its hiding spot. These promos were released way back in 2001 as promo cards for ANA Airways. And then finally, the last card I want to talk about is the Japanese Meowth art rare promo from the Generations decks. Now the first Easter egg is that it's done in the art style similar to the original Gen 1 artwork, with the art style being a sort of watercolour art style and very reminiscent to Ken Sugimori's original artworks. But the watercolour art isn't the only Easter egg in this card though. If you take a look at the Pokemon Center and the house in the background, they have the original red and blue designs. And not only that, but this particular layout matches with the Pokemon Center in Cerulean City, meaning this Meowth is somewhere in Route 5, which is where Meowth spawns in Pokemon Blue. And I think this is a fantastic Easter egg and I love the nostalgia that comes with this card. But there you have it, some of the best Easter eggs hidden inside Pokemon cards. If you spotted one I didn't mention, drop it in the comments as I'd love to do a part 2. But don't forget to like the video, subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on more Pokemon content. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.